Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. My name is Sandy Coomer.
And I'm Lydia Esmer. We hope you'll enjoy the poems we'll be reading today. Poems written by your friends and neighbors. A Mother's Quilt by Lydia Esmer. A patchwork quilt every mother owns, composed of memories as remnants sewn, in which each of her children plays a part, threaded in gold to the fabric of her heart. On a bright afternoon in the month of June, with roses wafting their heady perfume, a mother, her eyes dimmed from wear, decided to rest in a rocking chair. And her loyal cat Bootsy, alert to the cue, was pleased to join her there. For a fine day like this, unlike yesterday's storm, the mother dismissed her chores to perform, indulging instead her whim to sit and just reminisce. She opened a chest always concealed from everyone else's view, producing a quilt that revealed edges with frays not too few, then unfolded it gently in display to cherish its contents anew. There, arranged in orderly scheme from the lives of her children, were many a scene on patches by fibers secured that, owing to love of a mother's heart, shall forever endure. Rachel always liked playing the boy. She never owned a single girl's toy. To everyone's joy at sweet 16, she squealed with utter elation how the dress she was wearing to prom would be one eye-popping sensation. She later became a pastor's wife, and with her brood of 4, on Sunday mornings she fits the part, leaving the parsonage door. Robert's the one who was hard to please. He devoured a large pizza smothered with cheese, with mayo, sardines, and green chilies upon it. To no one's surprise, since that day, Robert from pizza has stayed far away. Rejecting Carol, who adored him with the skin of peaches and cream, he eventually landed the girl of his dreams, Madge, a drill sergeant he met over lunch, known for her boxing champ punch. Tired of blocking her jabs to his head, Robert decided to dump her instead. Lucky for him, Carol came back from the job she completed in Hackensack, still carrying a torch for the man she adored. And this time around, with Carol in town, Robert's not going to get bored. Joey the jokester loved playing pranks, like strategically chocolating Robert's white pants. Despite Mom's disdain, he wouldn't refrain from brandishing prankster as his badge of fame, until a best friend, victim of Joey's outrageous antics, devised justifiably a most clever tactic, marking prankster indelibly on Joey's new leather jacket. Joseph, the thinking kind, urgent matters now weigh on his mind. Frequenting centers of learning, books and notes in hand, he commits to long hours debating with scholars from every land. Though his notions seem strange, with his heart in right place, he aims to bring earth a much-needed change. Twirling on toes and raptured with dance, Gracie was one who'd been given a chance. She'd saunter on by with that certain flair, her nose in the stratosphere. But moments before she was due to appear, her rival, spying from backstage stare, shot wads of chewing gum into her hair. Grace still dances, but on smaller scale. She's far from the vain and glittering star her foes loved to assail. Enhanced by a deeper dimension, her every waking intention that consumes most of her time is caring for the less fortunate, those with a damaged spine. The mother sat pondering, images churned up from the distant past. She rejoiced that her offspring had thoroughly learned all she had taught them at last. If not from obedience, then through experience, they managed to get a good grasp of what it means to really succeed in a world that is changing so fast. She was known for imploring heaven, often in a loud voice, whenever a crisis arose, and even if things got out of control, that they would make the right choice. Her cardinal rule was the Master's, one by the world often spurned, how God blesses the man who treats others as he wants to be treated in turn. She was grateful that all found their place on the earth, growing and changing from moment of birth, seasoned by time and grace. Slowly and gently she folded her quilt, storing it safely in a chest specially built for holding fond memories of times she did miss, in case the urge should someday return, and again she would reminisce. Then, closing her eyes, she softly rocked, with Bootsy tucked in her lap, until as a duo they drifted to sleep in a long and peaceful nap.
The Parent by VeerajaR. Blessed be the hands that feed a whole family, toiling day in and out to have a broiled fish and bread on the plates, to fill the souls, tenderly raise each fledgling, strengthen with a peck and a nudge, to follow the call, walk their own path, to be happy and yet bound as family, to let go with a smile, watch each take off, hiding the tears, the pain, wrenching the heart. That's a real hero, yet human, the parent. Your dad, your mom, never forget.
False Dawn by Catherine Moore. At first glint of day, birds fill the damp land with cacophony, then go silent as a touch of dawn is again nightfall. A promise recedes, white manna back to heaven. A most desirable Raphael announcing the word is flat and fain. Sleepless air unmoved, save for a musky stray fooled by the fullest of the moonlight, a lone gatherer. In this humorless dark, until that moment of the sun's mirth, if it really does. In this region of false winds, thin against the dim-witted rushes and sparrows that are sure of blue day, it breaks here.
Finger Lakes by Catherine Moore. We left the watershed and 5 states in between to rest in the palm of the plains. A dry wind pushed our car away from tree-lined roads into a gully of a hometown. We always missed the deep blue of Seneca when burrowed in the tan and beige of our home. My favorite summers drown weeks into days. 5 sunsets after our trip, I can no longer see or listen to the playing across lake water. I close my eyes to dream, to remember how morning danced along Honey Oy, how the moon entranced on Hemlock.
Disaster by S.R. Lee. A pile of feathers, dark gray, white, small, outside the cat door of our barn.
Passion in the Garden by Susie Margaret Ross. My window flung open, my gardenias beckon, lurid with fragrance, sensuous in white, voluptuous in full bloom, like brides at the altar. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you'll join us again soon.